What's the thing you've been most impressed by with that Ghost trolling motor so far? A lot of guys haven't had the chance to get on the water and try it out for themselves. So, what's the thing that you are the most impressed by so far?
Well, I'll tell you several, but in a nutshell, the most impressive part to me is the overall um, uh, 3.5 years that they spent, the research and the perfection, and the excellence they went to design and make this trolling motor be perfect right out of the box. Brand new. It didn't have any bugs to work through or anything. It's the first time. Usually, everybody on every pro tour forever, when somebody comes out and says, "Hey, we got this new product. We want you to run it." And you're gonna put basically your whole season on the line by putting something new on your boat that and used to you couldn't do that because you just took these things didn't work that great at the beginning. You always had to work the bugs out. But I talked to so many of them there. Cheryl told us that, and Jeremiah and Lucas Stewart, the head engineer there. My kudos to those guys because they didn't leave any stone unturned to make it perfection. I mean, everything on it. The first thing that I love the most, I got to run it last year on the MLF Cup events because we had them on the Cup boats that are on TV now on Outdoor Channel, but they were filmed last year. So I ran it at the last Cup event in October, and I was so impressed with, and am now, the steering, not having a true cable steering system in there, so it doesn't have a steering cable to brake. And that was one thing with the Ultrex running that last year and year before, and seeing other guys run it. It was a great product, but it still has a steering cable that would break usually, honestly, it'd break every 6 months if you used it a lot. And it would let you down in a tournament. You have to come in and get it fixed. I saw it day after day with a lot of guys, and that's just the way that kind of, steering cable stuff is. But this doesn't have a steering cable. It's got a cable connected to the foot pedal, and it looks like it's a steering cable, and it feels like it, but it's not one there. It's just a housing for the wiring and the technical wiring to go through there to it. But it gives you that same feeling, even though it's no cable there. You feel that same feeling of a steer, and you got total smooth control of the pedal and of the motor, lower unit turning smoothly, and you can spin it quick. You can get it caught up in grass, and you can spin it out easily, turn it like you need to without the fear of the trolling motor cable breaking. So that's one big thing. The other thing, when you pull it out of the water, it's got a self adjuster, so it'll turn that lower unit and put it in the right position to be laid down on the bow of your boat. So you don't have to turn it. You don't have to worry about hitting your prop or breaking anything or scratching your boat. That's one other thing. The other thing, the obvious part of the name of the Ghost, is because it's super quiet. And it really is quiet. And when you're not, if you're, every time I'm running it, if I'm not running it on high, it's still so many times that I'll have to look to see if I see the light on the head to know it's working, because if I go slow or standing on it, I don't hear any sound. And sometimes you just think it's not working, and then you look and you see the light on the head, and you look beside you and you notice you are moving, but you don't really feel it or hear it. So quietness is 100% key. But I was really impressed. I was at Eufaula and Okeechobee, in this season. Both places we were in some really bad, nasty gator grass and wiry grass. I went through everything you could go through with it, and I'm telling you what, it goes through that stuff like a piece of cake, and it's got so much more torque, and that brain in it tells it to give it more power when it feels a load in the grass, so it doesn't bog down in the grass easy like traditional trolling motors did. It'll actually give itself more power to boost through that grass. And when I want to get out of a flat, and like way back in a flat at Okeechobee, and you're a mile back in this flat and it's a foot and a half deep, you can't idle your big motor as fast as that trolling motor will go. It'll go right at 5 miles an hour on my GPS on high, and that was real impressive. Saves a lot of time. So everything about it, I hadn't had 1 second's problem with it at all, and I hadn't seen any of the other guys that are running to have any problems with them. So I'm telling you, you're safe to buy that motor, and it's worth the money. And you definitely want to utilize Lowrance Electronics with it, so you get that full total boat control system there.